Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. This is Mike here with you. Watch this video for Tuesday, January 2nd. The SPY, there is Friday's candle. If I switch to weekly, you'll see we basically went out right near or at all-time highs. I don't think anybody expected that, but that's why I never try to predict what the overall market's going to do, because over the past 20 years, I've realized I'm terrible at that. It's probably why I'm a day trader, right? Why I look for intraday opportunities and focus on the in-play stocks. On Friday, if you made it to chat, my favorite call in the room was actually by me. That almost never happens, right? Teamwork in there is amazing, but POL was on the watch list, right? And then when it did this little spike, I typed out Tokyo idea, which meant, grab it before it breaks this 562 earlier high and then yesterday's high. The day before that, Thursday's high was 566. So I typed out Tokyo when I saw this little spike because I knew I liked it over the high of day. There was a big seller on the tape at 560. After I typed out Tokyo, I immediately turned on the mic and said, hey, I don't know if this qualifies as a Tokyo entry that we teach, but there's a big seller on the tape at 560 and I like it over 562. So basically through 560 makes sense to me. And you can see what happened. It just went nuts. And why did that work? Mostly because it's a recent high flyer. It's been going sideways, and then the range it was in was resolving to the upside. So shorts are going to cover, longs are going to pile in when they see POL lighten up the new high of day ticker. And it was really on about 20 cents worth of risk, and it went from 560 to 745, which is $1.85 a share on 20 cents risk. Pretty good R, right? So that was my favorite idea in the room. And like I said, it was mine, which almost never happens. Anyway, what are we watching for Tuesday, January 2nd? ADTX made the list. You had this pop back here, topped out at 950, and then on Friday, topped out at 847. Big volume though, so certainly worth keeping an eye on. SIDU, big rip on Thursday, quiet inside day on Friday. We'll be looking for a third day setup there. Kind of the same thing with DATS, big rip on Thursday, quiet inside day on Friday, maybe a third day play. And by the way, let me just interject. I'm not in love with this list, and volume really died down over the holidays. So we're kind of in that spot where over the next week or two, we're going to have a whole new set of, I hate to call them market leaders, but a whole new set of stocks that are in play that we'll be able to choose from to look for our A+ setups, right? A lot of times they just, through attrition, some fall off. And so now we're going to see what the new year brings, and our list will start to adapt to that. So anyway, CLAR, pretty nice volume for this stock, and had a nice pop. Topped out at 702. So maybe we get a clean setup through 7 on Tuesday, knowing that 702 is Friday's high. And I believe they did have a headline that started that. FLJ. I have to zoom in a little bit here so you can kind of see it better. Big volume and a pretty strong day, all things considered. So we'll see if it gives a second day play setup. GREE, and there's a little bit of a theme going on. All the Bitcoin plays have pulled back pretty strong in the last day or two, so I'm putting those on bounce watch. And as last time I looked, Bitcoin itself is holding up pretty darn well. So it could have just been an end of year thing. So GREE, I like the 2-day pullback there. SDIG is another one. Pretty violent pullback, but it's still in that buy zone between the 8 and the 20, so that's a good bounce play potential. UP has had a nice run. Now you got 2 days lower on declining volume. I like that for a setup for a possible bounce play. POL, already talked about that one. The call I made on Friday. It's still an interesting chart to me, so that one goes on watch. And then MEGL, which I've always hated, but it did have a pop on Friday. We'll keep our eyes on it. And then SNTG, massive volume, but closing way off its highs. Probably deserves a chart, though, because we're day traders. All right, on Tuesday morning, I'll see you guys in the pre-market, where we'll build a list of gappers together to add to this list, and looking forward to a great 2024 with y'all. See you then.